Hello, I'm back. It's been a while. Gonna do, if I can find a bike that's okay. I might have to do some walking. Let's see. This is 13 miles. That should be good enough. And we are gonna finally do a Roosevelt Island bike ride. There should be, yeah, recording. Good. Oh, I gotta fix the seat. It's a little, but it's nice and warm now. I took about a month break because I was tired of riding in the cold. It sucked. I'm gonna fix this later. I think it's a little, it's fine. It'll do. A little low, but it's all right. But here we are in Cooper Union Astor Place, and we are we're going to take the Queensboro Bridge and go just a little ways up north into Astoria to get onto the pedestrian/bike bridge to Roosevelt Island. So you have to cross over into Queens on Queensboro Bridge, go up a little bit to the pedestrian bridge that actually allows bikes and pedestrians access to the island. I mean, obviously there's a subway and there's a tram, Roosevelt Island tram, that will get you there as well, and there is a way for cars to get onto Roosevelt Island from the Queensboro Bridge. But if you're on a bike or you're on foot, you have to be in Astoria and take the pedestrian bridge. It's a beautiful night, by the way. It's like 73. I really hate it. I've been doing a lot of bike riding. Like the majority of my videos this year and late last year were in the winter months, and it was not fun. It was not fun at all. And I got a little bit of hypothermia on one ride. It just wasn't good. Just really kind of sucked. But now that it's nice and warm, and you can also see what the city's like in different seasons. We're going on Park Avenue, by the way. We're just past Union Square. I'm just whizzing through intersections to get to the Queensboro Bridge. I think I'm going to keep this in. I was going to cut this part out and just get to the main ride, but I think this is fine. We'll see. I'll take a look at it and see if it's boring or not, or if it's but I mean, it's been a while. It's a new season, it's spring, it's warm out, there's more people out. I forgot to mention, when I started, it's 2:06 now, but it was 1:50 something when I unlocked the bike and first started recording. But we'll get that info sorted out. Let's see, we're on 23rd. Maybe adjust this a little bit so that, a little bit further up. I have a wide angle lens on this, so it should be giving you a pretty good view of everything. Like not a wide angle lens, like a more cinematic lens. Which, it's okay. It kind of the overall quality, I feel like, takes a little bit of a hit. But you see more. And I'm also wanted to mention that I'm probably gonna, I think I've proven my point with these nighttime rides. I've ridden everywhere I can, right? I might do another Bronx ride. I do intend to do like a nice warm weather Bronx ride. I did a winter Bronx ride, which was terrible. It was so cold. It was just brutal. And I do want to do a warm weather ride in the Bronx. I might need to get a different bike, because I get a feeling that, I mean, maybe I just got a bad bike. I'm turning right here off of Park Avenue because I want to get on First Avenue, because that's how I get onto the Queensboro Bridge, is from First Avenue. And what do we have here? This is for Lexington and 28th Street we're on right now. Hurry in a Hurry. Are they still in business? Yeah, they look like they're still there. They used to be cheap. They used to be cheap, good curry on Lexington and 28th. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while, but yeah, they look like they're still going strong. And yeah, you can see there's like more people actually out on the street than there was when I was, okay, we got a red light. Okay, they have a red light. There's more people out just in general. It's a Wednesday evening, Thursday morning. So, but you know, people are out, they got their bikes out, they're just walking around, hanging out, enjoying the nice weather, like I am. And here we go, we're gonna get, this is Second Avenue, I gotta get to First Avenue. I'm just gonna go the wrong way for a minute on this bike lane. Nice fruit stand here. I like to try and get fruit from fruit stands like that. Street vendors. The prices are usually decent, although, you know, the fruit you often have to eat in short order. You have to eat pretty quickly after you purchase it, but it's still usually a good, decent deal. 30th, and now we're going to hit First Avenue, and then soon Queensboro Bridge, or I don't know, it's technically the Ed Koch Bridge, but it's always been the Queensboro Bridge. I mean, it's up until recently, and I continue to call it the Queensboro Bridge, just like I continue to call the RFK Bridge the Triborough Bridge. This is the entrance to the Midtown Tunnel here. But as I was saying, I was about these videos, these nighttime ride videos. I probably will still do them occasionally, but I'm not gonna make them the only thing I do on here because I feel like I've proved my point. But I do want to do a few bike rides that in the good weather, you know. Maybe do another Harlem ride and another Bronx ride, just to like fully make my point that the city is safe. You know, I've been doing these kind of rides all over the place for years and years and never ever had a problem, never once felt unsafe. Always, this is a tunnel, by the way. We're going, I mean, it's more scenic, I guess, to go above ground and see the UN. But, so this is like a tunnel under the UN, basically. Not under the UN, but under the road that passes by the UN. So to sort of bypass traffic, because there is a lot of traffic generated in that area. Especially on 42nd Street, where it's like an on and off ramp for the FDR, which is the east side highway along Manhattan. And yeah, the UN is behind us now, and we will be approaching the Queensboro Bridge shortly. There we go. Yeah, like 8 more blocks or so. And I mean, I would ride a regular pedal bike, like a pedal powered bike, but it's just, I don't really feel like killing myself going over the Queensboro Bridge. It's like, it really sucks pedaling, you know, half the way. I mean, like, I don't know. This is meant to be filmed. It's not like it's not a workout for me. It's meant to be a little video log of my trip, and it's a nice night, and I just feel like a nice leisurely e-bike ride with the wind in my hair, and you know, just enjoying the sight along with you. So here's the Queensboro Bridge. Going to cross under it and get onto the on-ramp. There's a train trailers over there underneath the bridge, and the TPX. There's like no space goes unused for commercial purposes here. Okay, so here we are. I'm filming in 4K 120 FPS, to try and get as much video information as possible, although I think my editor will probably, not an actual person who's an editor, but the editing software will scale it down to 60 FPS. I want to see if I can preserve the FPS, and especially with night videos, because you need as much data as possible to get a decent picture. And when you're using a wide-angle lens, a cinematic lens, I should say, when you're using a cinematic lens, it can degrade the image quality if you're using if you're doing 30 or 60 FPS, and you want to have I'm just looking at where I'm going to be going. Not the best, doing the best presentation right now, but it is a nice view. I can turn my body without crashing. And we are going here at Roosevelt Island. This is Roosevelt Island, which has been built the hell up. Jesus, it's like all these apartment buildings have gone up in the last 20 years or even less, weeds. It's crazy. It used to be pretty, anyway, it's a very it's kind of like a suburban, not a suburban, but it's a little enclave separated from the city a bit. It's pretty quiet there, but there are some interesting views. It is worth a ride to check it out. I can see the bridge over here that we're going to get on. I'm going to take the waterfront park, this bike path. Just down below. I don't know if you can catch it, but it's going to get into that park and go north and then hit the pedestrian bridge. It is such a nice night. It is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous night. It's perfect temperature. It's approaching. For me, the ideal temperature is about 72 with not a lot of humidity and breezy. 72, 75. 75 max. And with a nice breeze. And yeah, I really like that. I gotta put some things in my bag here. I don't want to lose my apartment keys out of my pocket. They were kind of I just noticed they were creeping out of my pocket. But I am wearing a bag with some spare batteries and other things. So when I get off the bridge, I'm gonna pop all that in my bag. My backpack. So here we are on the other side of the Queensboro Bridge. Presumably in Queens. I'm going to just quickly take my bag off here, put these things in the front pocket, zip it up, so they don't get lost on me. Does it have a zipper? Yes, it does. Fantastic. There we go. It's back on, and now we have 11 miles still, so that's plenty, I think. I mean, there are city bikes actually on the Queensboro, on Roosevelt Island, so we can swap out for another one if we need to. Yeah, I'm gonna try and start posting again. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not quite sure of the content. I think it's mostly gonna be, probably still bike rides a lot, but I actually do want to do other things on this channel because it doesn't have a specific purpose. Okay, that's Queensboro Bridge. So that's blocked off. I'm just gonna go. Oh, right here. Here we go. There's the bike lane right there. And a little tight. Anyway, so we got a little bike lane here. I gotta go. I'm going. This is the housing project right here. And you know, it's not a big deal. Again, like I said, the city's safe. Because 4 people live here doesn't mean it's a scary, dangerous place. It just means 4 people live here. So, and I could be wrong. It kind of has. I'm pretty sure it is a housing project, but it has. There's a common, architectural style, like kind of utilitarian architectural style for housing projects, and they also, it's near the water, which ironically, like in New York, waterfront properties has not historically been very highly prized. It's where they put the housing projects. You know, like they don't put. They are starting to now, but they didn't historically put. Whatchamacallit? I'm gonna go up along the waterfront here. You got some skaters or something here. But that was where we crossed up here at Queensboro Bridge, and now we're on the Queens side, and we are just. Oh, it's a mini bike. Okay. And now we are just riding along. I probably do want to get along the waterfront just to get a better, more scenic view. I'm gonna try and do that. And over here, is there a way down below? Not here, I don't think. Stairs. I don't want to carry my bike downstairs. I think there should be a ramp. It should reunite. Is this the end? Oh, okay. All right, then. So we're gonna go around this old sugar plant. It used to be a Domino sugar refining plant, and I think it's part of Silver Cup Studios now, which is, I don't even know if they're still in business. They made a big deal about a long time ago about them being they're going to take over that facility and make movies in New York City, but I don't know if that actually happened. I mean, if that's still happening. It did happen. I don't know if it's still happening. I can't remember if there's many. I've noticed many Silver Cup productions in recent years. I don't know. Maybe this is. What is this now? Energy. Oh, okay. This is like a power plant, I guess, now or something. Yeah, but part of the sugar processing plant was, or maybe I'm not near the sugar processing plant. Maybe it's further north. But you could see the Domino sugar sign from the FDR from the East Side Highway. So this is like Long Island City. And I think the the bridge to Roosevelt Island is just after all this huge industrial park. It should be, anyway. I'm just winging it. I'm not gonna consult the map. I'm just gonna ride. I should be like actually creating maps for each of the rides so you can see where I've gone exactly. I might do that retroactively. I don't know if anybody's ever gonna necessarily check that out on the older videos, but maybe the newer videos they might check it out. What is this? This is the bridge, right? Roosevelt Island. Can I get there from here though? Do I just have to ride the bike? Is this legal? I mean, there is a shoulder. It seems like, I mean, all right, I'm gonna take a chance. This should be it. We'll see, I guess. I've biked on Roosevelt Island by getting a city bike when I was already on Roosevelt Island, either by train or tram, but I've never ridden a bike to Roosevelt Island before, so looks like this is the way to get there on a bike. Just ride on the shoulder of the road. I thought this was a pedestrian bridge, but it is a car bridge, and it looks like it's a drawbridge. So, yeah, you can have a little. Yes, this is supposed to be a bike lane, I suppose. Here we are, Roosevelt Island, and we're gonna go, I guess, no, this is a parking garage. I mean, this is Roosevelt Island, but it's a parking garage on Roosevelt Island. I don't know how we get, let's see, maybe we're gonna go this way, that way. It doesn't seem, maybe I can scoot through here. That's like a private garage. Which way is the exit? Exit to Queens Island access. Here we go. Island access. All right. Okay, so you don't have to actually go through a parking garage to get to the island, which is good. Here we are, as you can see, there's city bikes right here, and it's just like a bunch of apartment buildings. We're going to go to the north end first. There's a Food Town supermarket. It's like its own little community here. I don't think they have gas stations here though. A gas station here. I think it's just you have to go to the mainland for gas. There you have some stores here and lots of apartments. And I want to get on the, if I can get on the waterfront, that would be nice. I think I know I can get on the waterfront on the Manhattan facing side, but I'm not sure about. This is the Queens facing side. So the fire truck. And here's a park. Emergency vehicles. Whoa! You gotta pay attention. I almost got thrown out the bike by going into a deep pothole by not looking. So this is the Queens side, and this is a nice little park. There's some older buildings up here. I think down at the southern end of the island, there used to be like a sanatorium, and we're gonna check that out. There's like a memorial to it. They left some of the structure up. I'm not sure what this is. I guess I will. This is like building with the flag and all that. I will. What is this? It's a hospital. I'll find out what that is. The Octagon. Okay, we'll find out. I'll probably put up a title card or title to describe what we're looking at. But yeah, this is nice. It's very quiet here. Super quiet here. Because this is, I mean, it's not like really upscale or didn't used to be. It was like middle class. It was just it's a middle class housing, basically. Maybe upper middle class to some degree, but probably more upscale now than it was. I got 9 miles left on this. I'm gonna probably swap out a bike soon. But like that's the Queens over there. We're gonna be coming around. We're going around the north tip. Oh, I think is that a lighthouse or just I think it used to be a lighthouse. We're gonna just go up to it, take a look. There's a plant sign. Let's see what we got here. What is it? Nice sculptures here. Again, I'm not gonna pretend to know any of this stuff. I'm gonna put, this is a lighthouse. Very nice. That's very nice. I'm not gonna pretend to know what any of this stuff is. I'll put title cards underneath so that I can actually have correct information and not guess off the top of my head. Let's say this lighthouse has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places. Sculpture garden there, very nice. Anyway, we're on the Manhattan side. This is Manhattan over here. We've just gone around the top of Roosevelt Island, and we're gonna and we're in the East River. Like it's chilly. Wow, I just got a little chill breeze. Wow, that's very. It's been like a warm night the whole night, but now I'm like feeling a chill breeze. Chill breeze from something. It's a little wind off the water. And we're gonna come all the way around. And go take Queens back. Take the Queens route back. There's that Octagon again, and the hospital here. So there's a hospital on Roosevelt Island. So you got grocery stores, residences, hospital, probably a school. I wouldn't be surprised. At least like a preschool at minimum. And here's a nice little area here. What is this? Let's see. I guess like a restaurant of some kind. We'll put a title card there as well. And this is a ship, like a ship's bow blocked off. I guess it's like a ship's bow that's meant to be like a observation deck that they've got it blocked off right now. The park. Yeah, Roosevelt Island is a nice place. It's actually rather nice, other than the fact that you're isolated from the rest of the city. It's kind of a nice place. I don't like that part, being, I mean, you're close, but, that even though it seems like it's not, there is a subway, there's the F train, I believe, runs through here. I think the 7 stops here too, but definitely the F. And you have the tram. There's the Roosevelt Island tram from Manhattan that you can take, which is definitely worth doing. It's the price of a subway fare. You get to see a nice, view of the Manhattan skyline and, the East River, a nice little excursion daytime. You know, well, anytime really. You can go day or night, or I don't know what the hour. And I'm sure the Roosevelt Island tram probably stops at a certain point, but the trains keep going. And I don't know, I like being in the city. I like, I mean, if you're in the city, you live in the city, you want to be in the city. You want to be amongst people. You know, if you don't like that, don't live here. You know, it's totally fine if you don't like that. But this seems, I don't know. It is nice in some ways, but I feel like it probably is kind of boring here. Also, it's a rather boring place. Do I want to go? Do I want to go down here? I don't know if I'm. Oh yeah, here's a bike path. There we go. Yeah, I want to get close to the water, get some better views of the waterfront. This is nice. You know, it's pleasant. Very pleasant. Very. You know, peaceful. People just chilling on benches and looking at the water and chatting, smoking a little herb, and you know, just chilling. Whoa! Yeah, that curve. What is this? Let me see. Luxury living space. Okay, that's what that is. Oh, this is Roosevelt Island M. Oh, it's an M. It's not an F anymore. It's the M. Okay. It used to be the F. The M is like now like an important train line now. It used to be like just, you know, Queens and Brooklyn for the most part. I like Ridgewood. Take it to Ridgewood and, you know, parts of Brooklyn, but it was not like, you know, the F, which was the main orange line train. And here's the Roosevelt Island tram. Speaking of the tram, this is it still working? I don't think so. I think it's closed for the night. But let me see. There's one in the air. No, there's not one in the air. So it's definitely closed for the night. I guess they have hours. But it goes right along the Queensboro Bridge. Carries you like across the river. And it's a great view. And only the price of a subway fare, so it's worth doing. But yeah, it's like this is, you know, these are all new construction. Like south of the tram, all of this is like the newer construction. And we're heading to the southern tip. There is a, like I said, a kind of a memorial for the sanatorium that was built, was on Roosevelt Island a long time ago, in the 19th century. Exactly. And a sanatorium is not like an insane asylum. It's a hospital because tuberculosis was. And this is also a great place to watch the fireworks. These hills, there were more of them until they built buildings on them. But you could, you know, Roosevelt Island is an excellent place to watch the 4th of July fireworks display. But anyway, a sanatorium is a hospital for people with tuberculosis. I am going to go this way because I want to get all the way to the end if I can. Maybe this is fenced off. Oh, yeah, it's fenced off. Okay, I guess. No. Oh, no motor vehicles or e-bikes, e-scooters. Okay, So I guess we can't go down there, or we can't go to the memorial. Maybe we can get there from here. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. This seems like the end of the line, unless there's a way in over here to get over. Yeah, because there's some structures over. Oh, is there a right turn here? Can I go? I think I might be able to. There we go. Oh, and there's Silver Cup Studios over there. The red, I don't know if you can see it. The red sign. Oh, no, they blocked it off. There's no, you can't get in there. What is this? South Point Park. Okay, I guess it's just the park's closed. You can only go there during certain hours. So that was the southern, back there was the southernmost tip of the island, which we cannot access. And now we're heading north again. And we're heading, as you can see, to the Queensboro Bridge. We're going to ride underneath the Queensboro Bridge, and we're going to make our way to. Is that the? No, it's not. Yeah, it is the Queensboro Bridge. And we're going to keep going underneath this to get to the pedestrian bridge, or well, pedestrian / bike / car bridge into Queens, and then take the Queensboro Bridge back to Manhattan. Is that? No, this is not. Okay. Let me see here. 8 miles. We're got plenty of miles. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's the power plant. Yeah, we got to keep going. So yeah, we're not all the way up yet. We hadn't gone this way before, I don't believe. So, I mean, although things do look very similar, a lot of things look, because it is just a bunch of apartment buildings, basically, a collection of apartment buildings. That's why, I say it's rather boring here. And not really reflective of New York City. Because that plant's still there. It's like a public library? Yes, it is. It's a public library. Shops here, but it's also very it's just bland, it's just, I don't know, there's a lot of saying that it's not particularly the kind of place I would want to live. a big old car garage, and there's this is a ramp possibly. Is this correct? Yeah, this is a ramp up and out. Oh, thank goodness I don't have to actually pedal. I use my full strength to pedal. I am using an e-bike. And now we're going to go back across the bridge. And, you know. Yeah, this is like a little bit of a, it's not quite the suburbs because it is like apartment buildings, but it's also not the city. It's just I don't know, it's not for me, not a place I would want to live. I want to live in the, if I'm living in New York City, I want to live in the city, not like it's kind of a half-assed way to live in the city. Just be in the city, be in the city. Be in the city around other people. This is kind of like has a feel like kind of an enclave, you know. I don't know, not a fan. I mean, I don't mind going there on a nice day and sitting in the park or whatever, you know, or you know, but you know, to live there, it seems kind of lame, to be honest. It seems kind of lame. But like I said, I've got like, it's past, let's see what time it is. Get my phone out. It is 2:50 in the morning, and I have, you know, like a $500 camera around my neck, over $500, $600 camera around my neck. You know, we got a $1,000 phone in my pocket, got credit cards. You know, I'm not worried at all, not in the slightest, not one bit. But because the city's safe, the city is safe. It's not to say, I mean, I know this is like a thing I say every time I do a video, but like the city, that's kind of the point of these videos. The city is safe. You know, it's not to say crime doesn't happen, you know, but it's much more overblown than the impression that's given. You know, like, I want to get down to the waterfront. I think I didn't get down to the waterfront last time, so we're gonna. This is on the Queen side, and there's oh, pedestrian only. Well, it's almost 3 in the morning. I think it's okay to ride a bike. Although there's, oh yeah, no, there's a sidewalk. Ooh, so when you get down in the water, you hit that chill. You get that chill right away. Oof. It's not refreshing. It's like cold. It's like becomes chilly. Becomes chilly when as soon as you get on the waterfront. It's pretty kind of nuts. I feel like a maniac talking to myself. But as I pass by random people or just sitting out looking at the stars or whatever. But anyway, so I'm coming back the way I came. This is a nice little park here too. See, I mean, this is a nice little park, but it's in the city. You know, you're in the city. You're not separated off in this, like, you know, protected by a moat or whatever. You know, you're actually in the city, and you know, the moat of the East River. You know. This is a really nice bike lane, actually. Well, you know, it's very cool. Yeah, it looks like a 12 miles. It was 13 miles, I think it originally was when I picked this bike up. It's probably exactly what I need. And then some. But this is I'm glad to be riding again. I hadn't been riding. You know, I do ride. I mean, it's not true that I haven't been riding, but it's not like kind of like for pleasure. More for necessity, you know, just to get from point A to point B. Not really doing videos. I just had to take a break, had a lot going on. You know, but I do like recording videos. It gives me something to do. So I'm going to keep trying to do them. I'm taking off. I had, you know, there was a banner. It's going to be gone by the time this video is posted. There was a banner that said at the top of my page, it says, top of my YouTube channel, it says new video every Wednesday, and that hasn't happened in a month. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen now. It's new video when I can get to it, basically. I will try to post weekly, but I'm not gonna like commit to saying 100% every Wednesday I'm gonna have a new video up, because I tried to do that when I was kind of overwhelmed with other things, and I was just throwing stuff up there to say, you know, basically they were technicalities, just like, yeah, there's a video, it's Wednesday, here's a video. It's not really what I want, but I did say I was going to post a video, so here's a crappy video to just say I did it. You know, say I posted on Wednesday. I just don't want to do that. I want to just post stuff that I feel like is worth posting. And I don't think it's all going to be biking content, because like I said, there's a limit, you know. Really, like there's only so much you can do with, you know. I mean, I could bike during the day, I guess, but then it wouldn't be a late night bike ride. But you would see more, definitely. You'd have more items of interest on your screen. But I was also thinking of like maybe just recording events, maybe even doing interviews. You know, maybe like find some interesting project or, you know, activity or business or whatever, organization, and maybe interview people or do a little thing on them that like is, you know, little things that make New York a cool or interesting place, you know. You know, just make videos about it. dust in my eye, which is fun. Now that the weather is warmer, I don't have to worry about the battery life so much. It's that was another, it was like not just like how much it sucked to ride in cold weather, but to constantly keep track of the battery in cold weather, because it would just die rapidly and I have to swipe out batteries mid-ride. That sucked. Oh. Whoa. We're over Roosevelt Island right now. We're going to be going. We're passing over it. We're going to go to Manhattan. I think another ride I'm going to do is up the sides of Manhattan. Like I'm going to go down the east side, maybe somewhere in Midtown, like here, around here. You see down below, but there's, I mean, it goes even further north than that. Go all the way down, come around the bottom of the island, and go all the way up to the boathouse. Maybe, yeah, like somewhere in the 70s. In the 70s on the east side, of the 70s on the west side. I mean, the boathouse is like 79th Street. So we could ride all the way up there. I think that might be a good. All right, ironically, I'm just checking the battery life here. Ironically, like minutes ago, I had just mentioned the battery dying in the winter time, and what does the battery do? Just I don't know, maybe 5 minutes later after I brought up the battery, it dies. But I fortunately have a replacement. I didn't want to just have it. I don't even know where I cut off, but we're in Manhattan now. We successfully crossed the Queensboro Bridge back into Manhattan, and we are on 50th and 2nd Avenue and heading back home to the East Village. And yeah, so I'll have to splice this together. I'm gonna just do the whole ride since I haven't actually posted a ride in such a long time. I'll just do the whole thing all the way back to Astor Place. We have 5 miles left. Our e-bike, which is more than enough. I'm pretty sure. And cross. Yeah, we're on the other side is this? Yeah, I think this is, yeah, the UN is over there, just 1 block over, and we just passed Dag Hammarskjöld Plaza, which is a funny, I think should be a funny exclamation, like Great Caesar's Ghost. Dag Hammarskjöld. Dag Hammarskjöld, we foiled again, you know. But anyway, 43 and 2nd Avenue, 42nd Street, FDR Drive on-ramp if you are driving a car. Yeah, they call it the FDR Drive. Like it's the West Side Highway and the FDR Drive, as if it's like just a street or something. When it's actually also a highway. More of a pain in the ass to drive often than the West Side Highway is. Let's see. Yeah, this is the Queens Midtown Tunnel. And which connects to the Long Island Expressway. Street, very bumpy. I am watching the intersection. It is 3 in the morning, almost. At Kips Bay, the neighborhood of Kips Bay, and that's the Kips Bay AMC Theater. Which is the only reason most people know this neighborhood is called Kips Bay, is because of the name of the AMC Theater. Running out of stuff to say, getting tired. Just felt I needed to like do a ride and post something. And you know, it's something new. It's a new location, kind of sort of interesting. You know, I think going around going from the east to the west. Around the bottom of Manhattan should be a fairly interesting ride. Although you will have seen some things from other rides in that ride, especially around the Staten Island Ferry area and Bowling Green and parts of the Hudson River bikeway or bike path, whatever you want to call it. You've seen in other videos, but you haven't seen the ride on the east side, on the bike path on the east side. So that would be new, and parts of the Battery, and so it should be interesting. It could be interesting. And you know, going all the way up further north, because I think usually I would start somewhere in like Christopher Street. I would take is it Greenwich? Sorry, not Christopher, Greenwich. Take Greenwich to the Hudson River Park and ride from there. So it's not you know, but I don't think I've gone north of that in a video. I've gone all over in a video. I'm not on video, but like, I'm just thinking in a video, I don't think I've gone north of that turn onto Hudson River Park. So that could be interesting too. So I think that's the next video. It's like just going from the east side, you know, along the waterfront and all the way down to the southern tip and all the way up to the boat basin on the west side. So you can actually dock a boat. There are marinas in New York City, and you could live on a boat technically. I don't know how much it costs. Probably given that probably boat slips are in pretty high demand, it's probably not much cheaper than an apartment, but maybe I could be wrong. I would, you know, like if you want to live on a boat, you know, in New York City, that's less like isolating, I think, than living on someplace like Roosevelt Island. That's my feeling anyway. I don't think I've ever known anybody who lives on Roosevelt Island. I might want to maybe, I don't know if I want to go to the trouble to interview somebody who lives on Roosevelt Island, what they think. Because, like, you know, if you live someplace and you like it, then you're going to have, your opinion's going to be, you're not going to have an objective opinion about, because you probably like the fact that if it is an enclave, kind of like an enclave feel, you probably like that, you know. It's probably, you know, why you're living there, so you can be separated from the city while having easy access to the city. And I don't know, I think it's, you're not really living in New York if you're doing that. This is 7th Street. We're back in the East Village. We're going to Cooper Union to drop the bike off. And that will be the end of the video. There we go. All right. 4 miles to spare. You made it. All right. Oh. Yep. All right. There we go. That it concludes our ride to Roosevelt Island tonight. So everybody have a good night.